Hi everyone, my name is Sri, I'm an alcoholic. Today we'll discuss about the two most common heard words in the meetings: sobriety and recovery. Let's understand the difference between being sober and recovery from alcoholism. I would say that sobriety is the initial part wherein abstinence is the key. So, the entire focus at this part of recovery is that you abstain from alcohol, which we also call as the dry drunk stage. Now, we have to always remember that alcoholism is a threefold disease: the physical, mental, and spiritual aspect of the disease. As soon as you stop drinking, you have taken care of the physical problem of the disease. So that means your body would not automatically have a problem. As soon as your detox is done and you have some sober days behind you, your physical aspect is taken care of. Then comes the mental part of the disease. Now, in sobriety, initially, sobriety itself is a very new toy for an alcoholic, and there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of happiness, there's a lot of victorious feeling that keeps the newcomer going, and sobriety looks nice for a while. And then we say that sobriety starts becoming a pain again, right? Now what happens there is, while sobriety has taken care of the physical part, the mental part, that is the obsession, the thought process, as we say that it's a thinking disease, not a drinking disease, right? So the thinking part has not changed. We have just stayed away from alcohol. The thoughts that we have, the way we think, we have been thinking all our lives, all the thoughts and the thought processes remain, right? Now, if that has to change, that is where we say that you have to have a spiritual recovery. You need to also take care of the spiritual aspect of the disease, and as soon as you, as we say that in our step 3, we say that we hand over our will and our life over to the care of God as we understand Him. Now, this part wherein an alcoholic consciously realizes that the way he thinks is not the best way to live, because it has not taken him anywhere further than, as we say, the rock bottom. The thought process has to change. That's why we say that you should stop running your life, and that's where the sponsor relationship and other things come. So basically what we're trying to say here is that the alcoholic, after becoming sober, has to figure out a way to start thinking differently. That's why we say that an alcoholic has to have a transformation, and the transformation, all this while, has been thought to be something that can be forced on. My personal experience says that it has to happen, and there's a process behind it, and that is where the spiritual aspect of the disease and the solution comes in. As soon as you have a spiritual experience, you become a spiritual person, and because of your spiritual recovery, your thought process gets replaced by a very different thought, and that's what you hand over your will and your life over to. And that new thought will lead us to what we say as the reward of recovery: happy, joyous, and free life. A dry drunk or a sober alcoholic may abstain, may stay away from alcohol, but unless he has his recovery started, he will never have that happy, joyous, and free aspect of the recovery. So that's basically the difference between sobriety and recovery. We say sober alcoholics are those who are away from the first drink, they're abstaining, and recovered alcoholics are those who have had this spiritual connect and has handed over their will and their life over to the care of the God of their understanding, and now do not run their life. That is the most important thing. They do not use their mind, their old addictive thoughts to run their life. So that's all for this topic today. If you have questions, I would request all of you to please put your questions in the comment section. If I have personal experience and knowledge about that topic, I would definitely make a video and try and answer those questions. This basically is an attempt to create a community of spiritually recovering alcoholics and addicts. So, if you don't relate to the subject, I would thank you for the time that you spent to watch this video, and thank you all for hearing me out. Thank you.